Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Terrance, the head of JUST project. It's an honor to be here and have this opportunity to talk to you guys about JUST and give you a more comprehensive picture of the project we are currently working on. So what I'd like to share with you guys today is JUST build the next generation financial infrastructure for TRON. Okay, so let me break it down to 4 parts. First, I will talk about the DeFi world we knew, and then I will introduce the objective of JUST, and then I will go through project JUST itself and JST token. At last, I will talk about the outlook of JUST. Okay, so first, let's start from the DeFi world we knew. Currently, the world of DeFi is experiencing a surge of both projects and capitals. The expansion of such an ecosystem is significantly changing the traditional finance industry. This is the result of the development of blockchain technologies. DeFi projects are permeating every aspect of the financial industry, from payment to insurance to loan. Among them, projects like JUST, MakerDAO, Compound, Synthetic have stood out in the spotlight. So we can see from this picture, since 2018, all DeFi projects have seen exponential growth in asset locked amount, which surged from 0 to almost $2 billion USD in June this year. So as you see, this is really a very fast-growing field in blockchain ecosystem. However, we also see some challenges. First is the risk. The complexity of protocol makes some smart contracts hard to be reviewed, checked, and defined. So this turns out to be, it's easy to be hacked. It's a very big issue for quite a lot of the projects. Secondly, lacking of standard makes it a little bit difficult for users to use, and also for developers to develop. This causing some of the projects eventually be shut down. Also, a considerable amount of idle funds, which actually can be used to bring in profit, is now, however, staked in DeFi smart contract and lost its liquidity. So, how to build an advanced, reliable, and market-friendly DeFi system has been our mind since day one. As a star project of DeFi, JUST is not only dedicated to build TRON's stablecoin market, but is also exploring the possibility of comprehensive DeFi system for TRON. And this is how we define the architecture of TRON DeFi world. We divide DeFi into 5 layers. The underlying layer is, of course, the public chain. A public chain is the foundation of DeFi. In TRON's case, that chain is TRON public chain. And then the second layer. The second layer is the token. This layer defines assets as various token, as tokenization is one of the most important concepts of DeFi. Each token in the second layer represents an asset, and users and developers can issue ecosystem tokens based on TRC20 and TRC721. For instance, JST token is a platform token for JUST, and USDJ is a stablecoin for JUST. And next, to come to the third layer, also the most important one, which is the protocol. This layer is built upon the previous 2 layers and will set uniform standards for various fundamental finance protocols, so such as the exchanges, credit, financial derivatives, and insurance, and so on. And next is the fourth layer, and which is the application layer. So basically, basic applications of some protocols can be encapsulated and then coded in this layer, both in the forms of web and API services. Such features are available to developers and some users to use. And the fifth and the final layer is the integrator. Just like its name, this layer is an integration of the application layer, and stable input and output of the application layer is necessary to be a good financial product. There will be crossover integration between protocols and the applications in our long-term plans. And we also view JST token as the governance token of the entire protocol. With a foundation like that, we will provide comprehensive financial services, including underlying lending protocols and pricing protocols for our users. Okay, so then what are the attributes of JUST DeFi system compared to other DeFi projects? First of all, is the standardization on protocol layers. We want to define universal standards protocols in three main aspects. So first is the financial protocols, which will give a standard interface for financial events. And second, we want to define the security protocols and libraries for risk control. And third, we also have some generic protocols for common functionalities, such as SPV proof, sticky proof, and so on. I think both of developers and users can get benefit from the standard protocols. Contracts will be safer for users, and users can easily understand what products they are using. And okay, so next, what I want to talk about is to build a community-based financial system. Community is the essential component of JUST. We believe all DeFi products should include a community governance module, which encourages community users to participate in the governance of the DeFi projects. In the meanwhile, JUST will also consider about community promotion and incentives. We encourage more members of the community to join our projects and help us to build our industry. And the third very important things are collaborative development, which is another attribute of JUST. As a critical milestone for TRON public chain, JUST will strengthen its cooperation with TRON. Use chain layer infrastructure to provide safety and stability functionality for our users. I will give you more information about this in the last section. So next, let's talk about something about JUST project itself and JST token. You might all be quite familiar with the JUST project, but still I want to give you a very brief introduction of it. So JUST is currently the biggest DeFi project of TRON. It will provide the ecosystem with a reliable source of stablecoin and issues and token code JST for over governance. Users can also stake TRX as collateral in smart contracts to generate USDJ stablecoin. And here are some status after the release of JUST. So within only 2 months after its launch in April 2020, JUST now accepted a total of over $20 million TRX, more than 20,000 community members in the society, and also delivered 10,000 lending services with a total volume exceeding $100 million. So I think our project is in a very good shape and correct direction. And I also would like to talk about something about JST token itself and what role JST token played in our DeFi system. First of all, as the current native token on JUST, JST can be used to pay for borrowed interest and govern the platform. We are also launching regular JST airdrops to TRX holders to further incentivize the users. But JST is more than that. It will function as the governance token for all future projects, which means that JST will stand at the core of a stronger, more well-rounded DeFi system and waiting us to build. So, what's our expectation for JUST? I would say Team JUST is on a steep learning curve by gaining experience from the market to predict where the market is heading. And stablecoin is just the beginning of our DeFi projects. More DeFi products are in our pipeline. So 2 major ones, including a lending financial system like Coupon and a decentralized exchange like Uniswap. We are also working on a project to bring the value of BTC to TRON network. These projects will significantly enrich our financial ecosystem and help to build a fully functional TRON DeFi world. Of course, JST will be leveraged throughout the whole system to incentivize users and stimulate cooperations with the community. In parallel, we would like to use TRON 4.0 ZK Snack functionality to fully support shielded transaction for our token like USDJ. We will also bring BTC values to TRON using cross-chain technologies to bridge BTC and TRON. We will also work with TRON team by using its layer 2 solutions, which provide more flexibilities and more customization to support JUST from chain level. As you see, we are very ambitious to bring a whole bunch of DeFi features together to give our user more powerful functionalities and business value. It's our strong belief that JUST will eventually become the cornerstone of the next generation decentralized finance. And I also believe both JUST and TRON will definitely have a more promising future. So that's all from JUST. Thank you.